In this day and age where celebrities are the thing to follow, there is a lot of social media pressure happening. You look at a celebrity, they seem like they're traveling every single day. Even your own friends on Facebook and other social media places seem to be working out a lot better. And a lot of people feel the pressure. They feel like they're not achieving much, that they're not moving. They feel that they're left behind financially. So you find yourself under pressure. You always constantly find yourself always feeling depressed and all these things. But sometimes there's a lot more than you see. Social media has perfected the art of appearances. Appearances. People create appearances and they make you think that your life is not as glamorous. Look at some of the TV shows that happen. They call them reality TV shows. They look for people who are larger than life, speak larger than life things. Even the churches that people frequent have people who talk of larger than life kind of a thing. The people that people follow talk a larger than life kind of a thing. People are attracted to larger than life kind of things. And social media, the people who have a larger than life kind of appearance are the ones who are most followed. So the thing is, majority of these people have a much more toned down life. But a lot of people do not see this. They think just because this person did a video or shot a picture on this big fancy car that it is theirs, maybe it is not theirs. Think about it. Some of them even cover the number plates of these cars. Why? If it is yours, take a picture with it. Maybe it's because you cannot verify they're the owners of this house, of these cars. Taking pictures in front of houses and you think, oh, this person owns this house. No, they don't own this house. They are creating appearances because, unfortunately, people are attracted to big things and big goals they cannot seem to achieve. And that is why people in the celebrity space make a lot of money, because people are following the larger than life approach. Let me give you a scenario to show you how this life is not actually what it seems. There's a social media character in Kenya who would take one flight, then would have changes of clothes within the flight. Change this cloth, wear this, wear that, take photos in different parts of the plane, on this seat, on that empty seat, on this other seat, on the toilet, everywhere, taking photos. And then when they land in the airport, they take photos with different planes around in different locations within the airport. And then they have photos for years to post, and they release a photo once so often. And here you are thinking your life is not working. They took one flight but gave you pressure as if they took 12 flights. Pressure is happening and it is all fake. One flight becomes 12. That is how social media has been made. But a lot of people have not gotten to know that some of this living doesn't really work. A lot of people are taking debt because of social media pressure. It's like everyone is driving, everyone has a car. Now I also need to have a car. Having a car is the in thing, so everyone is buying. You have not done your mathematics or whether you can be able to buy a car, whether you can be able to pay for a car, whether all these additional expenses you can be able to sustain with your meager income. You feel the pressure to be able to show and to be able to do. A lot of these people are doing these things for likes. Some are actually in business, but you are still following them for that. A lot of pressure. Even the media personalities and the social media people are feeling the pressure. I've seen several interviews of social media people or celebrities who are living a life that they cannot be able to afford or sustain. They're even ashamed to take public transport. Why? Because they have created this image, and when people in real life associate your image and see you in real life, they cannot put the two and two together. Very few people live an ordinary life out there as they live in their normal day-to-day lives. So think about it. People will always show their best side. So when they show their best side, their made up side, then don't think that that is the reality in life. There's something called makeup. There's something called screens and editing and photo editing. People can edit a photo to look even more glamorous. Remove the speckles on their faces and the blemishes on their faces. Then here you are thinking that your skin must be terrible. It's not terrible. The other is just more edited, more refined, more makeup, and more time that is spent trying to look good and edited to look even better. So there's all these filters that are out there and people are doing them. So do not think that everything you see is as clear, is as beautiful, is as flawless as you see. So that is the other pressure that happens. And the other thing that you need to realize, that sometimes makeup, and that is why it's called makeup, it makes up for what is missing. A lot of people apply makeup and all these things for what is already missing. Just like people put on smiles to make you feel like they are happy, even so though the same person might commit suicide in the next few hours. Why? You make up what is already missing from within. Think about it. If you're the kind of person who cannot live without getting the affirmations from social media, then you're the kind of person who has to make up so you can get more affirmations. In fact, social media has been seen to be as addictive as any other drug that you may find. The high that you get when people are liking your video, the affirmations that you receive when people are liking your video, make most people make up an appearance that is not their lives to be able to get more likes, more affirmations, more comments. Social media can be a trap. But you need to disassociate yourself from what you see on social media to what is there in reality. If you have to, if you cannot be able to change and be able to make your life what it truly is and be able to skew your life to what it really needs to be so that you don't spend all your money, then maybe get out of social media. People have gotten out of social media. They have not died. You will have FOMO, or the fear of missing out, but you will be able to have the freedom to live your life as is, day to day, without the pressure. In the current day to day, with people having smartphones and high connectivity and a lot of internet everywhere, a lot of free internet everywhere, it's becoming increasingly hard for people to just live a life free from outside influences. And that is it. They are influences. They're meant to influence you to be able to buy certain things, to influence you to desire certain lifestyle. It is not bad to desire things, but it is bad to constantly be bombarded with the same things. Even before you make every little progress, you're just seeing how you're not achieving things. You become a lot more impatient with yourself. You become more depressed. Keep yourself from all these influences and look at these things from the filter of they are trying to sell something, from the filter of they are making up for what their life is not, from the filter of they live their life, we live our lives, everyone lives their life, no pressure, no panic. We are all going to make it in our own way. You need to change. Otherwise, social media will engineer you to feel helpless, to feel like you're not achieving much, to feel like you're not growing, and you end up feeling depressed, you end up feeling unhappy, and all these things. People spending money because they see somebody is buying a certain shoe, because they see somebody is doing this and that. These are the kind of pressure that is there with social media. If you can't handle looking at it, if you can't differentiate between this and what could be their true life, then get out of it and be able to live a life that is composed, a life that is simple, a life that is free from social media influencers. Because remember, somebody is trying to sell you something, or somebody is trying to make you, influence you in a certain way, but either way, as long as you are their audience, they can choose to either elevate you, motivate you to become better, or put you pressure to think about what you're missing and what you could be buying to fill that void. Think about it. In this day and age, there's a lot more anxiety among teenagers because of social media. A lot more teenage suicides, a lot of more teenage depression, more than any other time in history. Social media is not just social media. Social media is a time bomb. And if you are able to differentiate yourself from this thing, then you can be able to do a lot more with your life, achieve a lot more with your life, be more happier with your life and be able to grow financially. You cannot talk about family and finances if you are still influenced by social media. You need to determine what do you watch, because remember, garbage in, garbage out. You look at somebody doing a shopping spree, what is the next thing you're going to do? You're going to do a same shopping spree. Think about it. If you watch videos of people eating, then you cannot go on a fast. Why? Because you are filling yourself with images of people eating, and the next outlet will be to go and eat a meal because you saw somebody eat a pizza and it looked all this cheesy and all this sweet. So the next thing you're thinking, a pizza. So if your life is shaped by what you see, then ensure that you sieve out what you see to be able to live that which is important, which is necessary, which is edifying, not that which is influencing you to do and buy and spend and live your life financially reckless. My name is George Kingori, your online finance guy who talks about all things finance, how you grow, how you influence yourself financially, and how you're able to handle wealth and live wealth for your generations after you. Thank you and enjoy your day.